brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Hester to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Manziel. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3. Mixon on the toss right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Manziel. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Manziel. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from Florida State.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stewart. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, here's Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Stewart to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. And this one caught by Coates. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Stewart sets to throw. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Julian Edelman from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He's got this downfield to McBride.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vince Wilfork able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, Stewart. Slant route, caught by Edelman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Stewart. Here's a screen to Powell. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
That'll be complete to Stevenson.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Play action. Stewart. To the
Nope, no pass interference. No pass interference.
There, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Looking to throw. Stewart. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He'll drop to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy. Jones, if you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Back to throw again. Now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. And a seat. There he goes right side. He's to the 15. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Bring it home, baby! Let's get 3 points on the board. Here we go.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Manziel.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Manziel.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Manziel. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open, here is Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing now, Stewart. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden.
What's that? Are you kidding me? You are looking at the ball.
Seriously, was that even a play?
Why does this have to happen?
Pay for this.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability to score points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep downfield as often as you can.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Hopkins sent in motion. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man is Davis. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Niners first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, 49ers. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be let out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Florida State.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll lead to a second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
We are through one. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man downfield. It's Deebo. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Here's first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He'll go right and find his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Seahawks first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. That caught by Davis. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Hunt. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down. Back to throw. Samuel has it working the middle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up third and a yard. Here's Stevenson. And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. Give up the middle to Stevenson. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal. Now, faking the give. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Big play. Third and goal coming up. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He keeps it himself. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Another try, 2nd and 10. The tight end motioning left here. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Hopkins. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Here comes and he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run. Stevenson. Open space to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. We'll go right back to Stevenson. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
You're making a certain kind of tile.